I'm making, these are fair trade bananas, and I'm making chocolate ice cream to go with that. And they're in the freezer too.
What I'm doing is I'm slicing the fair trade bananas, and then I'm going to put those in the freezer. It's quite vital for ice cream. And I'm going to get some greaseproof paper to do it. Once they're in the freezer for about half an hour, you can start putting ingredients. So I've got fair trade chocolate powder, and I put some 3 spoonfuls. Now I'm going to whisk it all. And that's all you have to do really with bananas, is make sure you've got a decent blender and a decent bowl. My bowl's not ideal, but it's great to put in the freezer after. So you can see it's nice and smooth now, and that's what you do with banana.
So I'm making,
before you cut them, you have to peel them if they're when you're doing your apples, these are Bramley cooking apples, and they're from the Bramley the Cooking Apple Society. But when you're doing your apples, make sure that you peel the skin off first, and then you can chop them up ready to put into the saucepan. You can get all sorts of cooking apples, and you can get a lot of your fair trade products from supermarkets. I'm going to put some sugar in, granulated sugar, and you can get that from the Co-op, which sells a lot of fair trade products, but you can get them from other supermarkets as well, but they don't sell as much. So once you put the sugar and some water and the apples in, then what you do is you put some cinnamon in as well. So give it a stir occasionally, don't leave it off the stove and go off and do something else. And so, these are gluten-free pastries, and I've put the rest of the pastry in the freezer so that I can roll a little top on them without them breaking up, because they do break up. The idea of gluten-free flour and mix is to make it frozen. So chop away at your apples, making sure you've got enough mixture, and put them into the saucepan. And once you've done that, check on your ice cream, make sure that's okay in the freezer, that it's set in properly. And then you can, once the apples boiling, you can drain the juice off into a cup, and then your children or yourself has got a lovely apple juice drink. And the pastry cases, you pop the apple into apple, in this case blueberries, and then you put the top on, and I did hot cross bun type of tarts, and I put fair trade bananas on also. So you've got apple and blueberry tarts, hot cross tarts, and ice cream with fair trade bananas, and also fair trade chocolate on as well.